What makes for a good story?
I personally think anything can make for a good story. Most people will not agree with me, but because I think structure matters, I think anything can make a good story. Also, any of us have gone to the movies and seen something really terrible, and we're like, how did that get here? Right? So that means there's an audience for everything. I don't have to like it. Somebody else is at home looking at it right now thinking it's the best thing they've ever seen. So because there are so many, it's subjective. It's a subjective thing. So when I work with writers, I always tell them, don't ask me if I liked it. It doesn't matter. It just really doesn't. Also, I'm pretty hard to please. So I almost never like anything. And I don't mean like it means that I dislike it. It's just I'm one of those people who like lives on 7. I'm just always cool. So I don't ever really get excited about stuff. So it's like I can read it and I go, oh, it's good. And they're expecting me to go, oh my God, it was great. But it's like, that's just not my personality. So I would say, don't ask me about if I thought it was good or not, because that part doesn't matter. I may not be your audience. I may be your audience and I still don't like it. I see stuff on TV or in theaters all the time that I don't like. So this is not about what I like. This is about if you are executing the story to your best ability. If you're executing it in a way that everyone who is gonna like this particular thing understands the story you're gonna tell. Because at the end of the day, you can't stand outside of every theater in the United States of America and say, hey, so on this part, this is what I really meant. Hey, did you understand that part? Okay, I figured people wouldn't understand that. So let me explain to you how it goes. You can't do that. So we gotta make sure all of that's on the page. Execution is what's gonna matter more than whether I like it or not. So I think that any idea can become a story, and that story can be considered good by someone.
Is there a movie or TV show that gets you to 8 or 9?
Let's see. I'm usually pretty moved by television. I like television. So let's see. I like Queen Sugar. I like The Chi. I loved Brothers and Sisters on ABC. I could rewatch, and I'm not a person who likes to rewatch things. I will rewatch the entire series of Brothers and Sisters. Friday Night Lights is one of the best TV shows ever made for me. Also, I'm from Texas, so it just, when the main title sequence would come on, sometimes I would cry.
Oh, wow.
Like it moved me. And it's also something about, it feels like Texas. So it feels like home. Like even like small things that would be happening in the background, it's like, that's so Southern. That's the kind of thing you would definitely see traveling through a town like this, And so I appreciate shows that know how to make the city a character. So that's another reason why I like The Chi. I'm not from Chicago, so people from Chicago may feel totally different. But when I watch it, I feel like this feels like it's that. Whatever that thing is they're trying to sell me, I'm into it and I feel that. The same thing with The Wire. This feels like this is Baltimore to me. And actually having lived on the East Coast and lived in Washington, D.C. and gone down to Baltimore a few times, I was in some of those areas. And as soon as I got into those areas, I was like, yeah, like this is what I saw on television, and I could feel that through the screen. Some of my favorite movies, I loved A Quiet Place. It's actually something I used to teach in my classes with because it screams show don't tell. Because they actually don't have very much dialogue, which means you have to be able to show me in the screenplay what you're trying to get these people to portray instead of telling me. So it's a great script to use for that. I like Enemy of the State with Will Smith. I think that was in like 1998 that it came out. So there are things that I definitely like. And things that definitely move me. But just like on a daily basis when I read so many screenplays, and I try to explain to people, like, it's really hard to have a unique idea. We're all living in this same world. We're all watching the same news. We're all dealing with the same kind of things. If you grew up in the United States of America, everybody went to elementary school and then middle school and had some kind of junior prom and then went to high school and had some kind of prom. We all have been doing those kind of things. So a lot of the times we're telling the same story. The thing that makes it unique is that it's your experience, right? So that goes back to, well, is it a good idea? I mean, maybe 5 people have written it before. So what are you going to be able to bring to it that makes it stand out and make it not the same story all over again? Or make it so that it's so good that they make it anyway. Like if you remember, I can't ever remember the name of both of the movies. One is No Strings Attached, and the other one I think is something about friends. But one of them starred Justin Timberlake and one starred Ashton Kutcher. Came out in the exact same year and they were the exact same movie. the exact same movie. So I say to people, if 100 people have the idea, maybe 25 of them are going to write it, maybe 10 of them are going to finish it, maybe 3 people are going to get in the room to actually pitch it. And this time, 2 of them got made, and at the exact same time. So I always tell people, don't be concerned if it's not that unique of an idea. It obviously doesn't have to be. It's really just about how you execute it and what your experience is that's going to make it this much unique.
So you love the TV show Friday Night Lights.
Yes.
Did you like the movie?
I actually probably saw the movie once and
Okay.
never thought about it again.
Okay, and then The Blind Side?
And The Blind Side, I enjoyed that. Sandra
You did.
Bullock was
Okay.
awesome. But yeah, with Friday Night Lights, the movie, I wasn't very moved. But the TV show,
Interesting.
I don't even know what made me watch the TV show, to be honest with you. Maybe because it was in Texas. Maybe that was the only reason I was like, oh, okay, I'll check it out. I have no idea. But I watched it and I was immediately hooked. And I usually have to give a show 3 episodes before I am actually into it. This one got me on the pilot. Pilot episode, I was in.
Wow. And the opening, you said.
Yeah, those main title sequence. Yeah, it's great.